everyone, and welcome back to yet another edition of America's favorite RV shopping show, Mount Comfort RV Online. Today we're coming to you from the Newmar Studios, just minutes east of Indianapolis on I-70. I'm your host, Kurt Hunt. Today's show, it's all about Class C motorhomes. We have 4 completely different models to explore from 3 different manufacturers, Thor, Coachmen, and Tiffin. So let's get started. Up first is one giant of a Class C, the Magnitude from Thor. It's the XG32 model, powered by the F550 Power Stroke. Part design, part performance, and 100% fun. Then we'll see the 2021 Crosstrek 20XG. Great for going off the grid with super battery power and lots of outside storage. Here's your favorite sales associate, Susan, with more on these new Class C motorhomes.
So remember your yearbook, those people who dominated with all of the stuff that they had done and been in? Well, that's our 2021 Thor Magnitude XG32. The time is not enough to tell you all of the great things that this guy has accomplished and can take you on. For one thing, they've made some great changes for 2021. They've opened this grill up a little bit, and that's going to provide some extra airflow to the engine. We are on the Ford 550 Power Stroke diesel. This thing will flat tow your house, folks. It really could tow more than 20,000 pounds, but is limited by its hitch capacity, which is only 10,000 pounds. Well, what does that mean? Well, you can tow all 10,000 pounds and still have plenty of cargo carrying capacity for people and all your stuff. Let's walk down a little bit this way on the Thor Magnitude. Of course, she's got full body paint. I love these running boards. Makes it really easy to get in and out of this coach. You're looking at a length here of about 33.5 feet. About 8¼ foot wide, 12.25 high. So kind of like a small Class A size, but you're still going to have the feel going down the road of driving a truck or a van. Of course, we love this cab over capacity. We'll take a look at that a little bit more closely inside the coach, but this is one of the largest cab over sleeping units that you're going to see on the market. We talked a little bit about our tow capacity, but we didn't talk about the other things that the Thor Magnitude can do. It's got a whopping 75 gallons of freshwater capacity. Your gray and black tanks, 47 gallons and 40 respectively. You've got 27,000 BTUs of air conditioning and 30,000 BTUs of heat. This is going to go where you want it to go. But one of the greatest things about the Thor Magnitude, I can sum up in 2 words, and that is floor plan. Let's go inside and take a look at her. Inside our 2021 Thor Magnitude 32XG. Some really great features. One of the things I want to point out to you is the cab over sleeping. Of course, this slides back a little bit so that it opens it up when you're riding down the road. But one of the lowest cab over sleeping compartments and one of the tallest cab over sleeping compartments, and it gets better. Watch this. Want to sleep under the stars while you're cool and comfy thanks to 2 air conditioners? Now you can. Plus you get windows on both sides too for airflow. This is actually a neat little unit that actually mounts on the wall. You can turn on lights, turn them off, and operate this slide mechanism that gives you privacy. Just goes right over here next to here. That way the person who's in that cab over bunk has access to a way to turn off the lights and turn them on, open and close for the stars without having to get up out of bed. We're going to show you a couple of other select things in here. First of all, wanted to draw your attention to this cockpit. Super comfortable, great compact display for the driver, a lot of on-steering functions. It's just a pleasure to ride in, and it's not going to give you that feeling as you're going down the road of being in a cave. Some Class C's with the cab over sleeping compartment feels like you're kind of driving down with something right overhead. Not so much in the Thor Magnitude. Of course, we've got some great theater seating right here. Beautiful dinette. This makes out into additional sleeping. Television here, of course. Cool thing in the kitchen I wanted to draw your attention to, you don't have to choose between induction and LP cooktop. They give you both. 2 burners LP, 1 in true induction. This is going to be something that cooks with magnets, so the surface stays cool. It's going to be safer going down the road. Of course, you have a convection microwave, and it's residential size, folks. That's something nice in a Class C. So a lot of larger coach amenities still in a Class C. Of course, double barrel stainless steel sink with a pull down faucet. I love their little towers for power. No taping of power strips like a lot of us do, kind of modify our coaches a little bit that way. Come on back in the bedroom though. I think you're going to be impressed with the size too. So one of the few Thor magnitudes with a queen bed, but you still have walk-around capacity, USB ports on both sides, 110 outlets on the base of the bed, and then a lot of storage space. You've got hanging storage space here, lighted, and 8 drawers of storage space underneath here. Still plenty of room though, and the bed is accessible in transit. That's another thing that a lot of people really appreciate. Of course, privacy is going to be courtesy of these easy to operate sliding doors. Your lock is just a push down. There's no strap, there's no Velcro, just push down and voila, we've got privacy back there. Again, Class C amenities here. Nice size pantry. A little bit of a lip there on the shelves, might be kind of hard to see, but great for keeping your stuff from popping out right on your feet as soon as you get in. And then of course, here's your bathroom. Lots of storage space in there, lots of cabinetry, and room to move around. Right here I'm standing in front of the 2021 Coachmen Crosstrek 20XG. Say that 3 times fast. It's a great Class C, but atypical. It's not your average Class C, so we say. It's not going to be on the Ford Transit chassis, so it's going to be a fun, easy drive. It's not going to feel real boxy going down the road. One of the biggest things about the Crosstrek, though, is what it's made to do. With its 300 amp hour battery, 330 amp hour battery, and a 3,000 watts Xantrex inverter, you can really get off the grid on this. You've got some great solar charge options that will give you hours and hours of actual air conditioning. Unlike most solar setups are pre-wired for solar, where it just gives you a chance to trickle charge the house battery, we can actually run the functions of the coach from solar. Well, let's walk back here a little bit more. I want to show you one of the things that really makes the Crosstrek awesome for activities. I like to call this the mammoth cave of storage. Look at this. And I got my little yardstick here because I'm teaching a class, but more than 3 feet here. And look at that, another 3 feet this way. Tons of room for all of your gear. I actually had some folks called me once who wanted to do mountain climbing and they needed a place to put all their stuff. Of course, you've got this great rugged rubberized floor, attached D-rings. You've got some great gear spots here. So everything is nice and organized. More gear spots right here. I've had a lot of folks say you could actually sleep somebody back here. The other thing we've got too, we've got some heated holding tanks, which is going to give you a little bit more confidence in cold camping. Now we're going to step inside, take a look at the interior of the Crosstrek, show you kind of how it differs from your regular Class Cs. One of the things that makes the inside of the 2021 Crosstrek 20XG awesome is the fact that the seat swivels around. Gives you just a little bit more option for comfort in your lounge living area. Of course, we talked about the fact that the coach is going to be operated off of batteries. There is no generator on board, folks. So all of your functions will be operated off batteries when you're not plugged in. You still can operate off of shore power. But you've got some great things in here that just make it really comfortable. Little dinette right here, plenty of storage. Great refrigerator size for this size coach. You're only talking about 24 feet here. So you've still got a great sink, 2-burner cooktop. I'm going to change places with Tony, let him step on back. One of the things you're going to be seeing as we go through the pass-through bathroom is now we're going to be looking at kind of a marine setup on our bedroom. Your bed is kind of a bunk system. This is what carves out all of that great outside storage, is the bed over the storage area. You still got a nice, great big window, makes you feel like it's really nice and open. If you're used to sleeping in the cab over compartment in a Class C, this isn't going to seem much different to you. Great bathroom. I like the privacy there so that somebody can use the functions, shall we say, while somebody else is showering. Coachmen is fabulous about its storage. Of course, you wouldn't think you'd have a pantry in a coach this size, but Coachmen managed to give you one. And you still have some additional storage under the sink too. Not to mention a couple of cab overs here. Or cab over. What am I saying? Over the kitchen, excuse me. Still have a microwave. Everything you need, folks. Air conditioner. You're going to have your furnace. So it's a great coach. It's going to take you all over the place and have plenty of fun.
Thanks, Susan. We'll go back down to the lot to Susan in a minute, but first this reminder. Mount Comfort RV's October New Owner Seminar is Saturday, October 17. It's absolutely free and open to anyone interested in the RV lifestyle. Mark your calendars for Saturday, October 17th, beginning at 10 a.m. in the showroom of Mount Comfort RV. A complimentary lunch follows at 11. Call us today at 800-899-6676 to register for this fun event. Now, let's go down to Susan. She's featuring two slightly used Class C coaches, a 2019 Tiffin Wayfarer 24 TW. It's got full body paint and it's on a Mercedes chassis. Then we'll see a 2020 Concord. Full body paint, it sleeps 6 and it's loaded with extras. Take it away, Susan.
Well, now we're on something that could be called more of a classic Class C. Certainly it's a classy Class C. We all recognize that emblem right there. This is the 2019 Tiffin Wayfarer TW. TW standing for twin beds inside. We'll take a look here in just a second. Of course, you're going to have some cab oversleeping, just like a Class C should. Tiffin, same manufacturer of the luxury buses that we carry here at Mount Comfort RV. Their Class C division started a few years ago. They also make a fifth wheel. Tiffin brings the same quality in those really high-level luxury buses to their Class Cs. So we're going to have a lot of the same kinds of amenities. Of course, an outside TV pops up on some really strong gas struts there. Furrion sound bar, and now we're on side slam, kind of the bus latch doors, aluminum on the doors. Why do we care? Well, one of the things is that insulation, that aluminum, of course, is going to be long lasting, but it's also going to help reduce some of the road noise. It's a nice quiet coach going down the road. A little bit more storage back here, and an LP Connect. Awesome for little gas grills. Some people are actually taking miniature fire pits now that they don't have to actually have firewood for. Certainly something appreciated by most departments of natural resources. A little bit more storage over here. There's your waterworks. Just a quick look at the outside. Now let's step inside of the Tiffin Wayfarer 24 TW, this 24-foot long unit. Of course, you're going to be able to go a lot of different places for. One more thing before we do step inside, I want to show you. Nice little hitch receiver down here. You're going to be able to tow up to 5,000 pounds behind the Tiffin Wayfarer. So even though it's a smaller, more nimble unit, you can still bring an extra car along. Now we'll go inside. Now we're inside the 2019 Tiffin Wayfarer 24 TW, 24 being, of course, her length. Seats are going to swivel around to join the rest of the living area. They actually have these great little cushions right here, kind of boost that seat up a bit so that you don't feel as if your legs are sticking straight out. Of course, if you want more of a reclining experience, certainly you could not use those cushions. For our cab oversleeping, we can pop this up and out of the way when in transit. It's going to make this feel a lot more roomy as you're going down the road. Wanted to draw your attention to one cool little thing right here, and that is the microphone that's sitting there. That is so the person in the driver's seat can communicate with whomever is trying to flag you in to your campground site. It's a great feature to have. A lot of amenities that are upgrades, things that you would normally find in a more luxurious, more luxury level kind of coach. Of course, they're going to give you a ladder to get up to that cab over sleeping. We've got a great little sofa here. And quite frankly, I got to say it, the cutest little refrigerator I've ever seen. Look at that. But we still have a drawer down here and a little ice box here. If I could get it open, there we go. So just a little bit of a freezer area, just enough going down the road. Of course, you can always augment that with a cooler in one of your outside storage spots. Microwave, no oven. A lot of folks don't like to heat up their unit. Got some great under cabinet lighting here that's going to act as a fabulous night light. Kind of stay out of your eyes and out of your way when you're watching the television. As we step back here, of course, your classic pass-through bathroom. Now we have 2 twin beds. I've seen a lot of folks kind of fill this in and make it into a single king-size bed. Some great storage underneath. Look at these drawers. Very deep. Great way to store a few extra things. Of course, cabinets here. Cabinet here. As well as over the bunks. Thought they did a good job of figuring out how we're going to store things going down the road. And of course, this area is accessible. This is not a slide out in any way. This area is going to be accessible going down the road. So for those of you who do want to sleep a driver in transit, you can do that. Still going to be able to shower in your unit. A lot of people like the split bath because it offers you the opportunity to go ahead and have somebody be able to have access to the toilet. And in this coach, of course, you're going to have privacy. In some of the other coaches that we've seen, this is a glass enclosure, so you don't really have privacy. You'll want to block that whole bathroom off anyway. In this instance, we truly can use both facilities at the same time. I'm standing in front of a Class C that's no C at all. It's actually a Class B with Class A type amenities. This is the 2020 Coachmen Concord 300 DSF. It's a great coach. Believe it or not, this is gently used as a 2020. It's going to look and really smell brand new inside. It's only got about 1,000 miles on the odometer, so this is essentially a brand new coach. Full body paint, she looks great. Going to drive down the road very much and look very much like a Class C. Main difference being there's no bunk over the cockpit. You're going to have some storage there. As we walk around this way, of course, we see side cameras that are going to be activated by your turn signal, extended view rear view mirrors. Talked a little bit about that full body paint, but take a look at this awning. It goes almost the entire length of the coach. You're going to have an LED light strip up under there that's going to be a great way to illuminate your campsite. Of course, movie night outside with a television and a Bluetooth sound bar. Close that back up. Just take a look at all this and take a look too at the storage. Now, this may not look that impressive, but it's only one of several compartments. It's got that beautiful plastic cast lining in there. Helps keep your coach clean. There is a weep hole in there. However, if you would have a little water in there, they talk about the fact that you can actually turn that into a cooler by putting ice in there and it will drain out by itself. Back on this side, if we can see a little bit here. Now there's a little bit more storage. Opposite side of your patio, but goes almost all the way back to the back of that other compartment. So plenty of room to put bag chairs, maybe a small grill and so forth. Walk down this side. Of course, it's a 2-slide unit. So it's going to be great going down the road, but expand out in the campground. So it's a great way to travel and a great way to pull over and camp. Well, let's step inside and take a look at some of the amenities that you're going to get in Coachmen's Concord. We're inside now the Coachmen Concord 300 DS. This is a big Class B, and one of the things that makes it a Class B, of course, is there's no bunk up here. This is where our television is. Got a little bit of extra storage, the stereo for the coach. Of course, I love the fact that this cockpit is really nice and clean. But another cool thing we have in here too is that both of these seats will swivel around and join the rest of the living area. Don't always get that in some of the Class C's, and the reason for that is the transition between the cockpit and the coach is pretty deep. Not so in the Concord, just a mere matter of a few inches. So really easy for passenger and driver to turn around, get back in the coach very quickly. One of the things I want to draw your attention to, though, is a fireplace. We don't often see that in a Class C motorhome. This can be either pretty or pretty and warm, meaning it'll really warm up this area of the coach. So if you don't want to fire your LP tanks, or if you just want a little bit of ambiance, there's your fireplace. Another cool feature, and again, some things that we're seeing that are sort of an upgrade of coaches that you might see elsewhere. Your cabinets have this glass insert and they're lighted. So, of course, they're on these little gas struts, which are awesome. But I love this just little bit of ambient or just a little bit of soft lighting that won't take away from the television if you want to just kind of darken the coach. Of course, great furniture here. I love the U-shaped dinette. These U-shaped dinettes are fabulous for sleeping a larger person. You know, the dinettes that break down into a bed are often really sleeping for just a child. This we can actually get an adult on. Solid surface countertops. Of course, your standard 3-burner cook stove. Nice cabinets up above. Got a decent sized refrigerator here. And for those folks who are still fans of the old LP electric refrigerators, we still have a traditional refrigerator in here. As we step on back, kind of the classic pass-through bathroom. Glass enclosed shower on this side. Toilet and sink on this side. Who knew that in a Class C you could still get a queen-size walk-around bed? I love this great big window back here. Of course, the view may not be much to shout about, but look at how that really opens up this bedroom. We really get a sense of a lot of light and space that we otherwise would not get. Of course, I love the fantastic fan. It's going to draw air all the way through. You are ducted for the air conditioning back here in the bedroom as well. But if you just wanted to draw some air in from the window, it'd be great. Got a wall of storage here. Hanging closets on both sides here. Plenty of room. Drawers. And they even give you a little Furrion television for the bedrooms. That's not something you have to go out and outfit your coach for. Solid door between bedroom and living area of coach. Gonna pop through here. Lots of privacy. No curtain. So the people who want to perhaps get up a little earlier or sleep in a little bit later can do that without being disturbed. Well, this is just a really quick look at the Coachmen Concord 300DS.
You can review these Class C motorhomes and many others by going to mountcomfortrv.com, or you can always call us at 800-899-6676. Remember, there are new and pre-owned RVs hitting our lot every day, so refer to our website often as the inventory is constantly changing. Well, that's it for today. Remember, please be kind to one another, stay in school, and please use your turn signals. See you next time here on America's most popular RV shopping show, Mount Comfort RV Online.